Hello, ladies and gentlemen, bloody sunshines and something sweethearts. And welcome to another bloody installment. Something big Aldis bloody Quickshots. Now stick around because you're in for a bloody treat. Now, we are going to do a alcoholic review today, ladies and sunshines. But we're not going to do a whiskey. Alright, come on, calm down. Stop crying. It's alright. We'll do another whiskey once, don't worry about it. You know, Big Al. We're not going to do beer. We're not doing something cracking or anything like that. Today, first time ever on Big Al Show, we're going to be doing a shuffling Irish bloody cream. Now, the reason behind this is just before bloody Crimbo, before Crimbos, I was bloody staggering around shuffling Aldis like a shuffling homeless person. Just looking for little bits and bobs, you know, to make Crimbo a bit more shuffling special, a bit more bloody spectacular. And I happened to be at bloody right place at the right time. I went bloody wandering down this shuffling aisle and I seen it. Caught me eye, didn't it? A finger shuffling hypnotic beauty. Bloody Ballycastle shuffling s'mores. Limited edition. That was bloody first thing it bloody trolley before shuffling Brussels sprouts and all that shuffling shite. So s'mores went in. Took her on, looked after her, bloody cracked it open. Had a couple, first one or two had them shuffling, had them bloody neat. It tasted sweet. That's poetry. You heard it here first. Charles Bukowski style. But after that, I was basically utilising it in conjunction with me shuffling hot beverages in terms of whenever I made myself a bloody coffee, morning, noon or shuffling night, instead of using milk, I was shoving bloody s'mores in. Ballycastle bloody s'mores. So I was using it like a bloody milk, basically. And it was delicious. In fact, one morning I had my breakfast cereal and I bunked s'mores on top of bloody breakfast cereal. Something best Weetabix I've ever had in my shuffling life. Bloody delicious. I ended up having a bloody third Weetabix, it was that bloody nice. So I used half a bottle on bloody cereal. So that was delicious. So, the other day, again, similar bloody scenario, wandering around bloody Aldis, right place at the bloody right time again, and I seen it. St. Patrick's Day, well, just a little bit before St. Patrick's Day. Limited edition, released for the St. Patrick's Day. Ballycastle Chuffing Stout. I'm going to show you a bottle now. Here she is, look at that. Feast your bloody eyes on something beautiful. Looks like a pint of bloody Guinness, doesn't it? Ballycastle Stout. Now, it's Aldi's own brand, but very, very in keeping, very, very familiar, or similar, should I say, to the old shuffling legendary bloody Baileys. And it's kind of had original one as well. Not the limited edition ones, I've had the original ones. And it tastes a little bloody sweet. They're really, really nice. So I've nipped this one up. I've got to admit, ladies and gentlemen, it was burning in all of my shuffling tonsils, burning in all of my pocket. I cracked her open, I had a little shuffling sample. And it was very, very interesting. So I'm going to have another taste now, because how I first interpreted it and how it developed after just a short period of time, it made a big transition, a big move that I found was personally quite... It moved in a favourable direction. Because the first thing was not necessarily the best thing in chuffing history. So we're going to have a go now. I poured into this glass here, there she is, in the old shuffling cowboy buddy somewhere. I don't think John Wayne would probably, well, he probably would. From what I've read about John Wayne in chuffing, he'd drink whiskey if it'd been strained through somebody's chuffing underpants, you know what I mean? If he were alcoholic, he was slurping it. But he tended to like those tequilas with bloody worms involved, didn't he? You ever heard about them? Particular kind of, is it called mascal or something? It has like a bloody grub at the bottom. And apparently, if you drink the entire chuffing bottle all the way down to the bloody dregs in a sitting, and then eat the grub, you're meant to have like a kind of hallucination. It's like you've been on tripping on chuffing LSD or something. I reckon John Wayne sucked a bottle a day. And he still performed and did all them flaming roles. It's not chuffing men like that anymore, I tell you that for bloody now. Right, here we go. Left nostril, right nostril, chin. Left nipple, right nipple, belly bin. Wait, let's bloody get involved. Right, on the beak. I've got to warn you, although it's not an unpleasant smell, it is not the best thing you will ever shove your shuffling cozy nostrils in. Your nostrils in, you know what I mean? It's not the best thing. I think because it's got certain, it's a bit spiky. It's spikier than shuffling hedgehog's ass. Because it's got certain things in it that on one level are kind of a contradiction to each other. You know, you've got the cream, and then you've got the chuffing stout and what have you. And it works and it don't work at the same time in terms of a fragrance. So, but it's not horrible, but it's not beautiful either. But it smells okay. Now this is where it was interesting. I'm going to have a sip, and then I'm going to have another sip before I properly tell you what I'm talking about. So here we go. First little chuffing sip. Let's get it playing around the old chuffing tonsils. The same as the other day. So it weren't just me. Because sometimes your taste buds are just not ready. They're just not acclimatised. They're just not up to it. But that, for me, the first sip, do not be put off by the first sip. Because it is slightly, ever so slightly disconcerting. Because the first sip tastes just like bloody Marmite. For me, I think, bloody hell, I've bought myself a chuffing bottle of liquid bloody Marmite. Because you don't exactly, I don't mind it on toast, but you don't exactly appeal that I'm slinging gallons of it down my chuffing gob while I'm watching bloody Home Alone. You know what I mean? Or whatever I'm watching. But the second flavour, the second taste, when you go in again, that's when it all starts to develop and all the pieces of this confusing jigsaw start to come together and formulate the end picture. And the end picture is a nice picture to chuffing devour and enjoy. I've wrote it down here and I agree with what I wrote down previous. You could say it's obviously the cream. It's a nice cream. If you don't taste cream, there's something wrong with it. Coffee. There's definitely a coffee here, which works well with that kind of flavour profile. You can taste the stout. It's like a milk stout, smooth. You can taste the ale. It's definitely there and it's present. It wallops you. It's not tucked away in background, so it's chuffing loud and chuffing proud. It's bloody black tits with chuffing whitehead. Coming towards you like that, the old bloody stout. The last thing I can taste, and this is beautiful, is like a kind of almost like caramelised treacle. Very, very tasty. So I would suggest, next time I go to the supermarket, if there's another bottle of this, because I'm already chuffed about chuffing half of it already, another bottle of this, I'm going to chuff and snap it up. It's a tasty little chuffing beverage. They don't do bad stuff, these Ballycastle, I'm telling you. Aldis own brand Ballycastle, chuffing beautiful. So I would suggest, right, one last little thing I like to talk about quickly before we sign off, because it's only a quick shot, is I just happened to mention to the boys this morning, I was driving to work, and just before that stuff we got there, bloody fox went across my path. You could see this fox like kind of duck across. It was a beautiful thing to see. It was a cheeky, lovely, nice little bloody critter, you know what I mean? It put a smile on my face. I was ready for work after that. And then they got talking about animals that they'd either seen, or that they'd nearly hit, or that they had hit. And the animals that kind of came up were deers. Some don't see a stag. Cats, dogs, obviously hedgehogs, pigeons, chuffing rats, pheasants and all this kind of stuff. Now, my own personal experience, I've run over a rat going to work one chuffing time, and I seen him and I just didn't have time to react to move. And he went under both tires. He heard a bum 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 as he went through front and then back. Looked in chuffing the rear view mirror, flat as a pancake. You could see like his head and his chuffing ass, and then in the middle it was like whoop, totally like scoped out. So I felt right bad about him because he's still one of bloody God's creatures, you know what I mean? If I could have avoided him, I would have avoided it. It took no pleasure in it. A bit of pigeon. Last minute job, driving down, going about 30 down this bloody street. Built up area houses on either side. I seen this bloody pigeon. And he thought it'd be a good idea to just at last minute fly in front of me. So bang, chuffing, feathers, bloody plumage flying all over the bloody place. Looked like a kid's bloody party. Looked like bloody, confetti. And he was a chuffing gunner, he was chuffing brown bread, he were out of there. Didn't suffer. But this one, I like this one, it were a pheasant. And it was between coming back from, I can't remember where I'm coming back from now. Rosal, coming back from chuffing Rosington back to where I live. And this bloody pheasant, he's wandering around, I'm going right, I'm going left. Everywhere I'm going, he's going to the same bloody thing. So I couldn't avoid him. Ended up bloody cracking him. I slowed down. But I hit him, skittled him, sent him sprawling about bloody 3 or 4 bloody metres. But his reaction, he kind of turned his back on me. Then he turned it up to it like that. And he was like, what are you doing that for? That's what his expression said to me, like, what are you chuffing playing at, you bloody goon? what's your bloody... Have you passed your test? And then he just like, looked at him, I'm sure he's tussered. I'm sure I heard him tut, and he shook his bloody little feathery head. And then he turned like that. He went chuffing, waddling off. He had a bit of a limp. So I did feel a little bit bad about it, but yeah, it's funny when you're dealing with chuffing nature's creatures, you never know what's going to chuffing happen there. Now, so, yeah, last word, Ballycastle Stout, limited edition, 12%, at your Aldi. If you like bloody Irish cream, you like chuffing stout, get it chuffing bought. Beautiful. Right, later sunshine and sweet ass.